The Chiefs are trash, man. They can't stop nobody. 0-16, they can't score either. They the worst in both categories. They lost their starting quarterback out for the season. Trent Green out of there. Worst of all, you think they had a backup? They did, but he got knocked out for the season too, and that led to this. Look at those numbers, man. Where's Mahomes when you need him? They don't need to draft a running back. They need to give him the ball. They don't need a receiver in the first round. They can get somebody in the second, third round. They can wait on that. They don't need a tight end. Gonzalez got that on lock. Leading the team in receiving. Left tackle straight. They can use an upgrade at guard and center. Right guard 97 overall, but gave up 15 sacks. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Right tackle solid. Defensive side, left end. Hicks, big year, 93 tackles, 9 sacks. On the other side, nah, he gotta go. At D tackle, they got a development player, but they don't have nobody behind him. Nothing. Outside linebacker, trash. Middle linebacker, solid. Had a great year, but he's 35 years old. We're going to have to get a replacement. Outside linebacker, terrible. Corners, too slow. Can't cover nobody. Look at those numbers. Team leaders, 1 interception. They ain't got no playmakers nowhere. But they got a kicker who outlasted marriages. He got to go too. The Chiefs are on the clock. They got holes everywhere on the team, but bro, you might as well just go after a quarterback. They could take a look at this 4.62. That's a nice pick. Got a little mobility. You know what I'm saying? You never know what that 4.62 look like. I mean, he's gonna be faster than everybody they got. Then you got 6 quarterbacks that could potential first rounders. Grab your quarterback. Running back, they don't need that, but it's good to look at these guys. Look at the 40 times in the size. 6'1", 239, 6'4", 256, running a 4.38. That's crazy. Look at this fullback, 4.43. Man, they don't need a wide receiver in the first round, but if you're gonna do it right. Randy Moss style, 6'4", 212, 4.25, but projected second or third round, they can get him later. 6'3", 218, second round. How about a 6'5" Megatron running a 4.28? That's crazy. 37-inch vertical? Yeah, let's go. Defensive end, they could use somebody like Abraham. They need team speed on the D. They too slow, man. They need to make something happen. Outside linebacker, desperately needed it. They desperately need that. Middle linebacker, they should get one, but in the later rounds, not number 1 overall. Cornerback, they could take a corner number 1 overall. I wouldn't be mad. They are so slow at corner. But all of these are projected second rounders. You got one guy is projected. King, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that pick. Safeties, I don't know, but the pick is in. And forget everything I just said because they took Deshaun Jones. This is wow. He wasn't even a top 10 in his class, but he played all 4 seasons at USC. I looked him out at a college game. It looked like he had injury problems. His injury rating is really low. He wasn't a good kick returner. I don't know what they see in this guy. He's like a possession receiver. He don't have no good speed. Like he have an 86 speed, bro. So I don't know what they see in him. This is not a type of player you take number 1 overall. If you was gonna go wide receiver, you should have went with the 6'5" Megatron running a 4.2. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This guy, you could have got him in the 3rd, 4th round. This is, I don't know, I think this is a bad pick, but we're going to find out. Stay tuned. We're going to follow his career and see if this pick turned out to be a bust or did he turn out to be a star. Look at his ratings. 86 speed, 81 catching, that's solid. 86 agility, 87 acceleration. You know, that's possession receiver type numbers, but jumping? 77? Bro, he's not, come on, man. You see the stamina, his conditioning is not good. Injury at 21, like, man, that's just not cool. But he's gonna be number 2 on the depth chart. Let's look at how his season went. That's his numbers from USC. Remember, he played all 4 seasons for the school, 20 touchdowns. Week 1, he came out there and made a statement, put me to shame, shut me up. 7 catches, 101 yards. Got in the end zone, only 1 drop that week. Still stand by it. He's just a possession receiver, but he has some deceptive speed. I mean, that 86 don't be looking too bad all the time. If you sleep on him, he'll get behind you. He even threw a pass in that game. But Deshaun Jones, I was impressed. Week 2 versus the Raiders. What I noticed, the production dropped off. 5 catches, 44 yards, but they started the rookie over the veteran Trent Green. So Sims is started for the whole season. He's a 69 overall quarterback. I mean, that could hurt a receiver too. Week 3 versus the Broncos. Deshaun Jones, 3 catches, 25 yards. The production is dropping off. However, he is playing against some tough defenses, but it's not like he's playing against the number 1 corners on the team. So I don't know, man. It's not looking good. Week 4 versus the Packers. They pick up a little bit. He returns to the end zone. 4 catches, 40 yards. Got a touchdown. Had another drop in this game, but a little bit better. Week 5 against the Saints. The yards is not there. No big plays for him. 4 catches, 34 yards. He got in the end zone once. Week 6, 3 catches, 15 yards. They missed on opportunities in this game. 3 catches, 15 yards. That looks bad. That looks really bad. I mean, he doesn't look too bad as a player, but they just missed on opportunities. Week 7 against the Patriots. He is playing against some pretty tough defenses. 2 catches, 9 yards. This was a snow game, so a lot of overthrows. Versus the Cowboys, another tough defense. 2 catches, 17 yards. He did not get a touchdown in this game. He didn't have a drop either. They missed some. Week 9, Deshaun Jones, 4 catches, 51 yards versus the Chargers. He got a touchdown again, but probably could have had a couple touchdowns in this game if the passes was on target. But we have to wait. We got to let him develop. We're going to see what his career becomes. We're going to just keep watching. You see, it missed the opportunity right there. That pass never had a chance. Quentin Jammer had him locked up for most of the game. Week 10, the numbers are looking ugly. 4 catches, 23 yards. You see a missed opportunity there. I mean, the short passing game, he's pretty much solid for the most part, but they're missing on a lot of throws. 4 catches, 17 yards in week 11. That is looking ugly, and the numbers are going down and down. I don't know about this combo so far. They might have to be looking for a quarterback, or, I mean, something got to change. Week 12 versus the Ravens. Look, once again, another good defense. 3 catches, 10 yards, bro. This is looking ugly. I know we're trying to see if he's going to be a bust, but it may not all be on him. You see some of the throws that's being made. They had an opportunity right here to get behind the safety, and he missed on that. In week 13, he had a bounce back game. This is pretty much a breakout game for him. Other than week 1, he had 2 touchdowns in this game, 6 catches. He was targeted more, 90 yards. He didn't drop a pass, even though it was in the snow. You see the missed throws. He's good in one-on-one situations, but the quarterback got to give him a chance. He has a catch right there on the sideline. You just look at some of these. That was an opportunity right there. Probably could have scored. He did get this one. That ball was behind him. So you see who he's dealing with at QB. That time he was hit, I can't put that on him. The short passing game is pretty solid for the Chiefs. He got most of his yards on this play right here. This was a complete coverage breakdown, but you see the 86 speed just not helping him. He got chased down. Week 14 versus the Lions. 1 catch. You would think he's about to bounce, like break out after that big game. Nah, 1 catch for 8 yards. He had a couple drops in this game. That's terrible. I mean, and he was guarded by Terry Fair for most of the game. That's a wild pass right there. Week 15 versus the Steelers. 2 catches for 15 yards. That is nasty. Oh man, but they played in a few snow games, so the weather did affect a lot of the throws. They had a bye week in week 16, so they played the Chargers for the final game of the week. 1 catch for 30 yards. That is his numbers. Quentin Jammer had him locked up, but that is his numbers for the season. 55 catches, 529 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 4 drops. What you think about that is not number 1 overall numbers. They shouldn't have that. I stand on that. They shouldn't have took him. They went 4-12 on into season 2. The quarterback got an upgrade. He's 76 overall now. Jones is a 78 overall now, so he got a little better. And in year 2, 60 catches. The production went up, 742 yards, 4 touchdowns, but he had 8 drops that year. They got into the playoffs. They win a wild card game versus Jaguars, but lose in the second round to the Patriots. Year 3, he's an 82 overall. He's going up, progressing. Let's go, man. Year 3, 58 catches, 596 yards, 5 touchdowns, but 9 drops. Oh man, he got to chill those drops. Dropping a lot of passes, but the numbers are still in the same range. This was the first year that he started. They went 6-10. Year 4, he's an 84 overall, so he's still progressing. He's still in there. 63 catches, 759 yards for the year, 4 touchdowns. As you can see, that throw, you can tell the quarterback getting better. He only had 2 drops that season. but not 1,000 yards. They went 6-10 again. Year 5, he's an 85 overall. Progression slowing down, and they drafted a receiver, a 97 speed receiver who took his job. And in year 5, he went 52 catches, 632 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They go 8-8, missed the playoffs, and this is the final 7 years of his career. You look at the numbers, he had year 7, he had 960 yards, big year for him there with 7 touchdowns. He never had 1,000 yards receiving, never made a Pro Bowl. He was a true number 2 receiver. But look at this. The final year of his career, he had 940 yards receiving, but look at what Boston did. He almost had 2,000. That's why he took his job. Boston, 103 receptions, almost 2,000 yards. They did go to the playoffs, and they got the win against the Texans, 34-13, but they had to face the Patriots in the conference championship, and they lose, so he don't get to play in the Super Bowl. He retires at the age of 35. Farewell to Deshaun Jones. What do y'all think of this man's career? Bust? Was he solid? A star? You know, let me know what you think. Definitely not a number 1 receiver, but I mean, look at the numbers. Pretty solid, right? Pretty decent, but just not what you expect from number 1 overall.